pianos that play by themselves are nothing to get excited about these days. It was not always so, however. In the 20s, this Ramsgate music factory was hard put to it producing sufficient pianola rolls to keep pace with the enormous demand. Now the last surviving manufacturer of music rolls in this country, Mr. Gordon Iles, dreams of those days, and yet is firmly convinced that the pianola will come back into its own. The pianola, or player piano, is operated by a system of air pressure. The holes, which are punched mechanically, correspond with the piano's hammers. As air from the bellows is forced through these holes, the corresponding hammers are depressed and strike the notes. The resultant music, believes Mr. Iles, is often a greater work of art than the original, because this method allows the pianist to perfect his record by editing out a false note, altering the tempo, or changing the dynamics. One thing that Mr. Iles does stress is that the truly successful operator of the pianola must appreciate a piece of music, as its interpretation is entirely dependent on him. One doesn't just listen to a pianola, he avers, one plays it, without the bother of having to learn the notes. If you have a pianola in the front parlour, you'd appreciate the devotion of Gordon Iles awaiting the revival of the mechanical pianist. It's happening in America, he says, but with flesh and blood pianists out of work, it seems he's in for a long wait. Despite the fact that the Warsaw Concerto is still classed as the best-selling roll, the roll that rocks would seem to satisfy present-day musical values. And who knows, through jazz, the Pianola Man's dreams might come true. Striking the right note's a bit of a problem at times, and there isn't always a machine handy to solve it. These girls